Hello everybody, don't forget to save some green with our big 5-day sale kicking off on Friday. 79-cent potatoes, a great deal on corned beef. We've got 88-cent 2 liters, 79-cent dozen eggs, and the best deal anywhere on fresh Market House ground chuck, just $1.99. It's a great 5-day sale where you're going to save some green at the Market House, Hillsdale and Hudson.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale. Well, good morning, Mishendo. It is Tuesday, March 17, 2020. I'm Scott Pienta with an HTV1 News update. Well, the latest efforts to mitigate spread of the novel coronavirus started in Lansing this morning, as Governor Gretchen Whitmer has amended her executive order to restrict large gatherings to under 50 people. Now, that comes as a result of recommendations by the CDC. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb had made a similar change as of yesterday. Michigan's limitation began this morning at 9 a.m. and lasts until April 5th at 5 p.m. Now, the exceptions made in the last order still applied in this one, including mass transit and shopping centers. The state of Ohio has ordered all polls to be closed today, just hours ahead of a statewide primary vote. WLKI and WBNO report that the Governor Mike DeWine announced the closure late yesterday despite a judge's ruling that in-person voting could not be delayed. The governor says all 88 counties are to comply and his administration will seek relief from the court system. A delayed in-person primary is expected to be held on June 2nd. Several more public facilities have announced their closure, including Adrian City Hall, as well as all city buildings and offices. WLEN says that decision was made by the City Commission at last night's meeting. The closure runs until further notice, but telephone and online services are still available. The same goes for the Village of Delta, which has closed their municipal building, according to WBNO and the Expositor. Bronson City Hall has also been closed. And WLEN says the Lenawee County courts are now all closed with an anticipated date of April 6th for reopening. In-custody arraignments will continue through the closure. WCSR says similar plans have been made in Hillsdale County. If you have any court business in either Hillsdale or Lenawee County, be sure you call the courts you're dealing with for the details. Consumers Energy has announced that they will suspend non-payment shutoffs for low-income and senior customers. WDBB says the utility recognizes that many customers are in a position where they are unable to work due to the coronavirus. Now, that suspension started yesterday and will last through April 5th, though that could be extended as the virus continues to spread. And finally, sad news this morning from Indiana, where the state has reported its first death from the coronavirus. WLKI says the adult from Marion County died at a community health network hospital yesterday morning. The victim was over the age of 60 and had been hospitalized with underlying medical conditions that complicated their infection with COVID-19. Due to confidentiality concerns, no further information about this patient will be released to the public. We'll be right back with some more news right after this.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
Authentic Mexican food is just a short drive away at El Cerrito in Coldwater and Hillsdale. The variety-packed menu has something for everyone, with classic Mexican dishes, El Cerrito specialties, and tasty treats for dessert. Don't forget the best margaritas in town with margarita specials Friday and Saturday. And carry-out ordering is great for work lunches or picking up dinner for the family. Make your next meal a fiesta for your taste buds at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
Charges filed after a brief chase have been added to charges of child abuse against a Union City man. WTBB says the Branch County Sheriff's Office arrested 27-year-old Kyle Arrowsmith after last week's brief chase that resulted in him crashing his vehicle in the area of Girard and Arbogast roads. Allegations were previously made that Arrowsmith had abused his 4-month-old daughter in a series of incidents back in January. Court documents say that the infant had been taken to the hospital for what was originally called a bump to the arm, but x-rays revealed arm and leg fractures. Those documents also say Arrowsmith admitted that he had squeezed the girl too hard when he took her out of the bassinet. He was arraigned in district court Thursday on charges of second-degree child abuse and third-degree fleeing and eluding. Bond had been set at $25,000 in the child abuse case and $5,000 in the fleeing case. Arrowsmith will face a probable cause hearing on March 26th and a preliminary exam on April 2nd. Police in Hillsdale County, Somerset Township, have identified a suspect who they believe was illegally dumping automotive tires throughout the month of February. The STPD says that they've received complaints of nearly 60 tires piling up in 20 different locations around the township last month. The suspect has not been named, but authorities say charges are pending. Meanwhile, the roadside dumping sites have been cleaned up, and the police are working with township and state authorities to clean up the larger sites. In a post on their Facebook page, Department of officials thanked the community for their help. The city of Coldwater is getting ready to figure out what they're going to do with the marijuana businesses. The Daily Reporter says the city's Planning Commission hopes to hold a hearing on April 20th to discuss a zoning ordinance for those businesses. The currently proposed ordinance was last heard in January. Now, it would require special use permits and restrict pot-related companies to heavy industrial zones. But a new proposal would allow them around the intersection of I-69 and US 12, as a recent survey conducted by City Council member Emily Rissman showed that residents want recreational businesses in more populated areas. City Planner Dean Walrick says that the state requires marijuana business zones to be 1,000 feet away from schools, but otherwise, the city can put the zones wherever they want. The city officials are looking at various possibilities that would put 10 to 14 possible locations along the interstate, though the actual number of businesses would likely be fewer than that. The city could simply decide not to have an ordinance at all, but if they go that route, a small petition could force a citywide referendum on that matter. Some are calling the resolution that the Lenawee County Commission unanimously approved on Wednesday weak. The Telegram says the commission was presented with a Second Amendment sanctuary resolution similar to those passed in neighboring counties and across the country. But the commissioners said it was not within their authority to overrule state-level gun regulations. Similar concerns were heard in Hillsdale and Branch counties, where commissioners passed amended language that removed the requirement for all county officials to uphold the Second Amendment above state or federal law. Lenawee County's resolution says the commissioners, quote, support and will continue to honor our pledge to support the Constitution of the United States as well as the Constitution of this state, including the right of the people to bear arms. That language is decided on after the commission sent the resolution to their Criminal Justice Committee. Members of the citizens group Michigan's Second Amendment Sanctuary Counties, however, say the resolution they presented was not binding ordinance and was essentially symbolic. They argue that the commission dodged the opportunity to stand up for basic inherent right that they say is under attack. Commission Chair David Stimson says the board doesn't have the authority to do what the group is asking, but he believes the resolution that was passed still sends the same message. Well, those are the top stories this morning. Don't forget you can find more news in our live broadcast 24/7 at htv1.net. For all of us here at HTV1, I'm Scott Pienta, and enjoy the rest of your morning. Have a great day, everyone.
The Saucy Dogs is the name, and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Does your vehicle sound like a tractor putting down the road? Then you need to see the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. They will give you a free estimate along with first-class customer service. They custom make any exhaust needed for your vehicle. Stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everybody, don't forget to save some green with our big 5-day sale kicking off on Friday. 79-cent potatoes, a great deal on corned beef. We've got 88-cent 2 liters, 79-cent dozen eggs, and the best deal anywhere on fresh Market House ground chuck at just $1.99. It's a great 5-day sale where you're going to save some green at the Market House, Hillsdale, and Hudson.